Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 364. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
Corey Feinside.
Hello.
And Tony Korkanakis.
Boom! Comic-Con week, baby.
It is Comic-Con week, yes. Yes. Welcome, listeners and viewers, pre-Comic-Con. So
New York.
Next week we will have plenty of Marvel TV shows to discuss. We don't get the movie news here. We get the TV news here. So look for that on an episode, a Comic-Con episode, I'm sure. So we have you do. Yeah, well, we got a bunch of stuff going on in the movie news. We got a bunch of stuff coming up in games news in the Gamescast. So tune in for all of this. Let's get started with the box office and a tie in the box office. Ooh. Kingsman, The Golden Circle, and It have tied at 17 million. I heard It took number one with the extras.
Oh, wow. Good for it.
Good for it?
Good for it.
That took back its spot. American Made was 3, Lego Ninjago Movie is 4, and Flatliners is 5. So there's your box office. Opening this week is Blade Runner 2049. Does anybody remember Blade Runner?
I never watched it.
Yes. I think we talked about last week how both you and I didn't
Wesley
like...
Snipe, right?
No, Tony.
It's Harrison Ford.
I know. It was a joke.
It's a very, very slow-moving movie, and I don't really remember much of it. I would give it another chance, but
There's like 7 or something different versions out there, and none of them... I don't think I watched all of them, but I can't say any of the ones I've seen really did anything for me. Yeah. Maybe I was too young, but I just...
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe give it another chance, but I don't know. I might give it another shot.
I mean, I do feel as though this would be a lot better than, let's say, the Total Recall remake.
I totally forgot that there was even a remake of that goddamn movie until somebody was talking about it. I was like, what? They remade that?
Yeah.
I mean, that could have been cool, but I think that this has a better chance to be cool. Because, again, I think we talked about it last week. The director is... I think got a good track record there, and looking forward to his stuff and his take on this universe and being a more gritty sci-fi than, let's say, fantastical sci-fi.
Yeah, this is getting very good early reviews.
Yeah.
So.
And Ryan Gosling's a darling in Hollywood right now, so everybody loves him.
Yeah, very good.
I'll see it soon because I got
Movie Pass.
My movie pass in, yay! Let me hide that just in
Tony
case.
is about to be able to talk about so many movies.
Freeze frame.
Tony, you're about to be able to talk about so many movies in this podcast, aren't you?
I know, right?
All the time. You gotta get your money's worth out of that. So, yeah, wow, cool. I think I'll be. I don't know if I'll be seeing Blade Runner, but we'll be in New York this weekend, so no time to see movies. Won't even be able to time to see movies. So. Maybe we'd have time, but we're going to go do other things. So,
we'll be in a line.
Yeah.
If they could show us to it while we're in a line, we could watch it.
They could just stand there holding iPads for everybody to watch. That'd be fine. If they really
they have those.
I'm sure you're going to be doing something else, switchy-wise.
It's like there's probably a game coming out this week.
They need to get something. It's not the Gamescast, but they need to get preloading onto the Switch. I just want to be able to buy that game now, wake up Thursday morning, and it be there. But yeah,
small.
So that feature needs to be there soon.
Save backups need to be there, man. Imagine putting hundreds of hours into that and then losing it all.
Oh, Jesus, good call. This is my fear of Zelda, though, Corey. I mean, you don't have.
I know, that's what I mean.
But
you need that. That Switch needs to have that.
Yeah.
Just give me a cloud save somewhere, man, or just let me put it on the the freaking SD card.
Yeah.
Don't even. Yeah. So weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, movies.
Moviecast.
Moviecast.
No, the first Blade Runner was something I always meant to watch, but I never did, and it's not on Netflix anymore, so that's a shame.
Oh, it's not. I was going to check it out if it was on Netflix.
It was. I remember it was. I think it lost it a few months back.
Okay. I was thinking maybe it's on Hulu or something, or...
Is that a Fox thing or something? Is that Fox? I don't know who makes that.
Maybe. I don't. I just know before I bother to see it. And I imagine you should probably watch the first one before this new one. But
yeah,
it probably makes sense, especially since Harrison Ford's in it.
Yeah.
You don't have to. The way that the way the film is shot, you don't have to watch the original to watch this one. That's the idea behind it. But
I mean, I'm looking at it like it's a reboot, remake.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
They probably did that because 30 years later. So,
But
I'm just
I think that, I mean, from the trailers, the tone is completely different. So,
Yep. All right, let's get into movie news. Well, we are talking about movie news with us.
let's get into some more movie news.
Let's get into more movie news and discuss the fact that Stranger Things is likely to go past season 4 now.
is
I
this,
think that
is
it
this
will
going to
not
be
be those kids.
a DC Comics news thing where it starts going back and forth every week?
No, this has been pretty sad. I mean, this has been. We talked about this weeks ago about them ending on season 4, and I think money talks and writing can. Come up with an idea for season 5. Maybe it's not with these kids, like you said. I think they're all getting older. When I saw that kid, the lisp kid, in a commercial recently.
What, in that commercial?
Yeah, I was like, Jesus. I mean, he got old.
He's
quick.
got his teeth.
Yeah, he got old
Well,
quick.
they said that he couldn't like redub any of his lines because his voice was already changing by like the end of that series for the first season.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So he's. He's hitting puberty already, so they got to get moving.
yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know. I'm okay with as long as they have a specific direction. Like I said, I don't want them to extend it just to extend it. Like I want them to have an idea of where to go. That
Sounded like they had an idea for like 3 seasons, and beyond that, they're like, I guess we could do something else.
They said season 4 they had an idea for 4. So they've always had an idea for 4. 4 was going to be their end game. So, all right, what else we have? It is the highest grossing horror film of all time. Is it really?
Yeah.
Is it really?
There it is.
It's done $500 million. I know that $500 million.
Yeah. Just beat it. Just beat The Exorcist this week, I guess.
Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's amazing that horror movies haven't done that well in the past. That like, I mean,
like 30 plus years between those two, almost 40, maybe 40. I don't know.
Yeah. So I mean that's what's amazing is how well this is doing, and it's a horror movie. So, but everybody's talking about it.
Yeah. I mean, again, we just talked from Stranger Things to it, and they're very similar.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's why I brought them together.
They definitely capitalized on the popularity of Stranger Things, and again, we talked about this before, but it wasn't because of it. Because of Stranger Things, it was made. It just so happens to be a coincidence, and that the main kid's in both of these things too. So, which is funny.
Yeah. So.
He almost could not be in Stranger Things because of it.
That would make sense. I mean, the only problem is he was in Stranger Things first, so.
It was in it first, but Stranger Things out first.
Yes, that's fine. It hit first. It hit first.
Oh my God, this is like who's on first here.
Yep. All right. We've got some more news on Justice League coming out because that's coming up, so I thought I'd put some news in here about this. And we've always talked about negative news and stuff like that, but I wanted to talk about the Zack Snyder film that we will be seeing because Whedon is only getting writer's credit, and apparently he is changing. He's completing Snyder's story. He's just not. Yeah, there are scenes he's changing, but he's keeping the overall story.
I think we said this though. He's getting writer's credit only because he's not allowed to get director's credit.
Yeah, but he's not changing any of the crucial points of the movie. And I think that's why he's not.
And I
don't see how he could have at this point though.
Yeah.
Like tonally, he could change things, but like certain set pieces, I mean, obviously they've been.
Well, what's funny is like they have people coming out now, actors, because now they're going to start hyping it up, and they talked about the fact that this is always meant to be more of a lighter movie than Batman vs Superman. That's already coming out now. So it won't be as dark and it's lighter toned. But yeah.
Is it going to be better? It's going to be good?
Who knows?
Well, we know
I would care more about it being good than it being lighter.
Oh, that's the same thing, though. Haven't you heard?
Yeah, it's funny that...
According to DC, apparently it's the same thing.
It's funny, though. It's like the guy I'm getting physical therapy from is a big comic book fan, I found out, just recently, because I told him we're going to Comic-Con, and that's all we were talking about last session. So he feels like DC is a train wreck. This is like some random guy. He's not like a huge comic book fan, but he's like, DC's a train wreck. He's like, I do like to poke fun of his son because his son's a big Marvel fan, so he does like to say that DC's like making a comeback. Here it goes, but he's like in my mind. But he's like in my mind, I'm like, it's just a train wreck. So, that's the thing. So but he, going from his point of view, like Wonder Woman was a big success and it was a good movie. So there's some momentum here for another. If they have another good movie here, they could get this.
Yeah, but different
ball rolling.
directors still. I mean, we'll see.
If
I'm
they have
obviously
another-
I'm the biggest DC universe Marvel
that was
movie.
that was his other
movie
question.
universe.
He's like, "What do you think of Ben Affleck?" I'm like, you do not have to ask me that question, dude. I'm like, you don't.
So I'm always gonna be optimistic that it's gonna be good, especially obviously with that actor. But I mean, we have to see. They have to put some stuff together that can change their minds, because it's not. Most people, like, obviously, are not as happy with it, but it's still making money. So I mean,
yeah.
they're not
I mean,
stopping anytime soon.
It's gonna make money. Like, there's no question about it. I mean, the Transformers movies make money. They make billions of dollars, and they're not have not been that good. That doesn't mean we all hope. Like, same thing with Transformers. I would like to see somebody else run this. Like, I'm ready to see something new with it. And the same thing with Justice League. And that's why we're getting Joss. And Joss is going to be, I think, a good change of pace for it. And that's what I was saying. Like, he's already done magic.
But is it too late, though? Is it too late?
He's already done his magic with Avengers, and I feel like...
Yeah, but that was from the ground up.
Sure.
I don't think it's too late, just because you've only had 2 movies, really.
Yeah.
I'm a big Joss Whedon fan. I think he
I
gets
don't count
too
Man of
much
Steel,
credit for
by the
everything.
way. 'Cause
How
that's-
do you
not count Man of Steel?
Like,
I'm just
How
saying.
do we not count that?
Because I'm just saying. All I'm saying is because for me. I'm not. You're starting the universe with Batman v Superman. That's where you're starting it.
Yeah,
And I know
I understand
Man of
that point
Steel
of
is
view.
part of it, and a lot of people think that's the best one. But to me personally, I don't count that one just because I don't think that's where they started with it.
Do we
So-
not count Iron Man 1 then?
That was always
count,
part of the plan, though. I don't know if
Hulk?
Man of Steel
That
was
was the
always
first
part of
one.
the
Man
plan.
of Stool, that's a good one.
They do
That should
count.
be the
They
name
do
of
count
movie.
the Hulk, though. I mean, they do count. I
I
mean,
think
they
they
count all of
mention
it,
it here and there, but they kind of get they drop one name thing. It's like Agents of Shield saying, "Oh, that guy with the hammer."
So I mean, this
Yeah,
sounds
but
like
they're using the same actor. I mean, how
They're
can
not
you
using the
deny
same
that?
actor at all.
No,
What are you talking
no.
about?
Man of Steel, Henry Cavill.
Oh, yeah, I understand that. Yes, sure. And I'm saying, when they made that movie, I don't know they were trying to do a whole broad universe. I think they were trying to start Superman.
yeah.
I don't
What?
think they're
I think
trying
they
to
were.
start.
No,
I
I
don't think
Is
they
there
were.
a question about this?
No, I don't
really?
think they were. I don't think
No,
they
I don't
were.
think they were either. I feel like that's pre-DCU.
Yeah, that was before Marvel was
And
like.
then that's
look how
why
good we are.
BBS is the way it is, because they're shoehorning all that stuff together now.
I'm
So, I don't know. I just don't think they had that plan, Tony. I really don't.
But even if you want to include that, it's 3 movies they've had. So like, I don't think
really
it's-
think that
it's
movie existed to undo Superman Returns. That was
Yeah.
what it was. Its purpose was.
Yeah. I mean, Mike, I want to go back to your other point of Joss Whedon getting way too much credit for things. I think he gets hit. I mean, he hits and misses as much as each other. You know, I mean, he's 50-50, really. I mean, when he hits, he's fantastic. When he misses, it's horrible. There's no middle road for him, in my opinion. So,
Yeah, also,
what
I
are
mean,
we going
and-
to get? That's my question. Yeah. But
I don't know.
I don't think he's overrated from it. I think it's like, he's very hit or miss. I know this. I mean,
He also
Dollhouse.
has a specific style you know about, and that can be good or bad. It's like, oh look, it's Joss Whedon dialogue. It's like, is that always a good thing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. And, you know, the expected character death coming up is from somebody because it's him.
Well, I mean, again, he sort of did, second Avengers with one of the weaker character deaths
Yeah.
we've ever seen in a superhero movie. But
First one had a
so who
major
knows?
character, though. So. But he always has a staple of a death character. One character dies. So,
Well, Owen's character's coming back too since time.
yeah. So, I do like how they do Black Superman in this. I think that sounds cool.
You really think that's going to happen?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's.
absolutely.
Is he gonna
There's
have-
no question about
Is
that.
he going to have a mullet?
Yeah, I
I
think
hope
so.
so,
I think so.
but I really think it's gonna
And,
be.
and the 70s stash, which we won't see because it'll be digitally edited out, but still be there. So, let's go on to Sonic. Sonic has revival, obviously, recently. I mean, we're going to see something with this new game coming out from them. Sonic Mania? Is that what's coming out?
No, Sonic
Mania
Forces.
came
Forces.
out. Sonic
Forces.
Forces.
Sonic. I always mix them up. Mania was the good game, the reboot.
Yes, in the future we will say Mania was the good one from this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Forces coming out, but this is going to be a live-action /CG movie combination, hybrid movie that they're making.
This
for
is the
Paramount.
worst thing that could happen to Sonic.
Yeah. I mean,
This is
it
like
reminds
literally.
me-
This is just feeding into that furry fan base the next level now. We're
It
gonna
reminds
get.
me
This is
of
gonna be
the cartoon.
max cringe level here.
It
that
reminds
we're
me of
gonna
the
get from
cartoon.
this.
It reminds me
How
of
does
the
it
cartoon.
remind you of the cartoon?
There was a
Why is
cartoon
it?
because there was a live action.
Which one? There were a couple cartoons.
No,
You had
the
to-
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The
Million
cartoon where he
Sonic.
is with human beings. The cartoon where he is with human beings.
What? There's a cartoon where he's with human beings?
Yes, yes, it is, and I gotta look it up.
Yes.
While
Well, there's a
Which one is
game.
that?
The Dreamcast game. Had a girlfriend.
Oh, no, that's the game. There's
No,
an
it's not a
animated
cartoon.
series.
Yeah, it's where he's in like real world. Cartoon list. Here we go.
Sonic X?
No.
The anime?
Is it Sonic Under? Oh, maybe it is Sonic X. I thought it was Sonic like Underground or something.
I don't know.
Sonic X, it was an anime, like a Japanese produced cartoon.
No, I remember seeing it.
You sure this wasn't like a meme?
No, I saw it, but.
You sure this wasn't a dream?
No. Sonic Underground, Sonic. Yeah, I don't know.
I
Sonic
mean,
X.
he did have
Sure,
human
this didn't
girlfriend
really-
or something, so it's like not impossible. But I don't remember a cartoon.
Sure, this didn't really star Jim the Hedgehog.
And is this like when you're saying like real people? Is this like real live people?
No,
and it comes as a
it was
cartoon
just like it
character?
took place
Oh,
with like real people, like you know what I mean, like not with real people, but animated people, actual human beings in the
anime.
So, like what
That's-
Mario's
that's-
doing now in Odyssey.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're talking about Sonic X. Like, if you just Google image...
Oh, yeah,
Be
that's
careful.
it.
Google image search Sonic X, and,
Yep,
like, the other character is like a kid human being.
yep, that is the one I was looking at. So yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
Very
That's it.
Japanese.
It was on TV here though, so I mean I saw.
I
it.
mean, it's not like he can't coexist with human characters. Dr. Robotnik is a human character,
Right.
so he has to. But
It's Eggman.
Real- fuck that shit, man. It's Robotnik forever. And it's always been weird when these have been like, with a lot of human characters.
I mean, it's just what's weird is like video game movies aren't good in general.
No.
They're not good, and now
The
you can take a
live
character
action
that
cross
doesn't
animation
need to be like put on the big screen at all. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
The only thing that you could the only thing there's hope for is that Tim Miller can pull a Deadpool on this and like make us believe that there can be a good character in the X-Men universe on screen.
All right. Well, I don't expect good things from this. I just wanted to mention it. I mean, moving on. Wolverine. Talking about X-Men. Wolverine's coming back in the comics.
Yep.
Yep.
Not just Wolverine. Not just Wolverine.
I heard the Fantastic Four were coming back.
They're coming... Well, right now it's the kids coming back.
Ah, I heard they've been teased. so-
Franklin and the sister Valeria, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
But Jean Grey is also coming back.
Yeah, we
Jean
knew that.
Grey always comes
She's
back.
getting her own comic.
Yeah, this is the real Jean Grey here. The first one. The
The
real
real
one.
one, not
The
like her clone
Goblin-
daughter, future. I don't even know what's going on.
I mean, they did some weird stuff with Captain America. I was just reading about Captain America's arc how he had to kill the evil Captain America, and it was like now he's dealing with the fallout of kids being like afraid of him because it was a
Literally,
Hydra
like,
Cap.
Everything that's like happened recently, I've been reading the Old Man Logan volumes as they've come out.
Yeah,
And Old Man Logan goes back into the Marvel universe, and everything he remembers is what I remember. It's kind of funny, and everything that's happened in like the last like 5-10 years in Marvel Comics, he's like, "What the fuck is this shit?" And that's exactly how I am. I'm like, "What happened to everybody?"
oh, so it fits.
That
There's a
also
Batman
I'm
story
curious,
coming
and this is
out.
a little bit about.
Mike's break. No, there's a Batman story coming out where he's the villain and
Batman.
Joker's the hero. Which
Yes,
looks
I
pretty
saw that.
cool.
Yeah, that's where we get the Joker origin, I think, right? Or maybe I'm wrong. But Mike, you there? What were you talking about?
Yeah, I'm there. No, I'm talking about. I'm wondering now, since Old Man Logan is in the normal universe, how they're going to phase him out. But I read Volume 4 of the Old Man Logan thing, which is still, I think, a bit behind current. But now I'm starting to see how they might phase him out, because
Yeah.
they can't have them both there. It would be because they're too similar. Really,
Mhm.
they're kind of the same character, just different time.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
All right. And speaking of phased out, Will Smith will not be returning to Men in Black as the spinoff starts.
So what's the point?
Yeah.
It's the same point that Independence Day was making, which was
Let's just make a movie that won't do well.
Don't reboot a franchise that doesn't have Will Smith attached, even though he should be. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm not saying Will Smith's a very strong actor anymore, but he was definitely missing and lacking from Independence Day, too. So, Like, if his character was in that movie, I feel like they could have made a better movie. I'm not, like I said, he's not a draw anymore. Will Smith is not as powerful of an actor as he used to be. The 4th of
Star
July
power doesn't exist.
No, I mean, he's not the 4th of July actor he was. But
There aren't those anymore.
no, there's not. And, you know, I just feel like him not returning to Men in Black is not a good idea. I think it's not a good idea.
Well, doing a Men in Black in general, you're saying.
Yeah. If he's not coming back, you might as well not redo it.
I think Men in Black. I think there's a space for Men in Black right now. I think it could succeed. Just maybe try to separate yourself from that completely, like the Tommy Lee Jones, Will Smith stuff, and do your own thing. Maybe geared towards the comics more.
I feel like Men in Black is a Will Smith vehicle and Tommy Lee Jones, and without that, it's like Indiana Jones without Harrison Ford.
No, because the Men in Black is an organization that you can explore more.
Yeah, I mean,
But
Indiana Jones is named after him. You can't. Really
I know, but all of the movies are
Steve's
from
not
like
Indiana.
Will Smith's perspective.
They named the dog Indiana. No, I know what you're saying, Mike. But, man, all right, and that's it for movie news. So let's get into what we've been up to, guys. I have some cool stuff to share. I have some really cool stuff.
All right, go for it, Jim. Why leave us in suspense?
I have to say that, and now I'm not a Legion watcher on FX. I didn't get to
see
watch.
you're wearing a shirt. What is that? Did you? Oh, Death Star. I thought I was going to say something else.
No. I wore my Star Wars little pop figure shirt. So,
Yes.
but the I mean, I never watched the end of Legion. I watched the first 3 episodes. It was
Oh,
very
nice.
bizarre. But it was like, no, I didn't watch the rest of it. I'm just getting into this. I'm building up because I watched Gifted. The Fox show that came out, and I gotta say right now, X-Men, like that franchise on TV, I guess is very solid because Legion was supposed to be very good, and I really very much enjoyed. I very much enjoyed Gifted, very much. Like
I'm surprised.
I would recommend. I would recommend Mike without a doubt. You watch that without a doubt.
Is that the one
and
with
then Corey,
Amy
you can check
Acker?
it out, and then Tony.
Yes.
Yeah,
She's the
you might
mom.
well, give it a couple more episodes, Tony. But
I do like that girl that plays Blink. I mean,
yes, she's great. They got Bill Compton from True Blood, whoever his actor's name is. I can't remember his name, but he's in this.
and Amy Acker. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Fred.
Frankie.
yeah, I mean they're all. I mean yes, that's right. Yeah, and then there's the girl.
She was
from,
in. She was also in Person of Interest. She was a really good character in that.
Then there's also the girl from Goldberg's, and she was in Gotham as well. So.
And this Polaris is she's in this? Does she have the same connections to her other Marvel characters? Do they mention other X-Men characters outside of the show?
They mentioned the Brotherhood, and they mentioned the X-Men.
Okay,
Wow. All right.
So
already ahead of Agent
Drop the
Shield.
X bomb.
yeah,
And
they
the
they haven't mentioned people by name in this yet, but there are direct references. Polaris is in this, so
That's what I just was asking about.
yeah. So no, she's in it, but I mean, like she's I haven't gotten to see it. It's only 1 episode, so I can't really say. But it was a very good episode. I really liked the way it didn't start great. Like it started like I'm like, this is gonna be a shit show, and then it like really found its footing and really dealt with kind of like a racial issues. Like the show is fantastic.
Like the cartoon.
Yeah. They picked up right with like the cartoon would do. All the persecution of the mutants.
When was this on?
It's last
Tuesday.
night. Yeah, it's on. No, it's on Monday.
No, not Tuesday. Monday.
Monday
night.
nights, yeah.
Today's Tuesday. I'm
Yeah.
thinking last night and yeah.
So, yeah.
It's all with all the baseball and stuff. Is like showing advertisements like crazy. I can't believe you missed it, Mike. Come on.
Yeah.
I skipped through that.
Yeah. But yeah, that was really good. And then I also checked out. I'm halfway through American Vandal on Netflix.
Nice.
So
That's all I hear is like, you gotta watch this, you gotta watch this. I'm like, oh no, this is Stranger Things again. Like
No,
people are gonna hype this shit up,
well,
and then like, you gotta like.
no,
oh
I
my
think it's fun to watch. I mean, did you watch Making a Murderer?
God. No.
I mean,
no.
this is the spoof. This is the spoof.
Right.
off.
I understand, but
And
it's not. It's more than just a spoof though, because it's not just like, oh, it's not the scary movie to Scream.
No. It's like it's just it's their
It's a
own
satire.
case style. Yeah, satire is the best way to say it. Very very funny. I really am enjoying it. So it's just hilarious. It's
Yeah, I queued it up, but I didn't get to watch it yet.
yeah. I finally got to check it out. I'm on episode 4 of 8, so I'm almost done with 4. Actually, I didn't get to finish it because I was playing Cuphead. and I wanted to finish World 1. But I'll have episode 4 done tonight and 5 probably. So yeah, it's great. Those are the two things I really watch that I can just say, those are great. That's it for me though. Mike?
Well, I really haven't watched much other than baseball, and right now I am recording a Yankee game, very important one, and I'll skip through the commercials when this is done. But like I said, I've been just reading Old Man Logan, Volume 4, and it's still solid. But they've gave reason for why he might want to go back to his own world here, and which makes sense because again, I don't think both Wolverines will be in the same universe. Maybe they'll meet, which might be weird or interesting, but I predict Old Man Logan, they might continue that storyline too, but it might be back in his own universe in the future. That's my prediction. Because I feel like that comic is doing pretty well for them, the Old Man Logan story. Although it might just be because it's the only Wolverine that they've got at the moment. Yeah. So we'll see though. I'm very interested to see how they go with that. That's about it though. I haven't really watched anything else.
All right, Corey?
As far as watching stuff, same. I haven't really got to watch much stuff, but I did start going through a lot of the because Oathbringer's coming out next month for the Stormlight Archive. I went back through and listened on Audible the first 2 volumes, and they're so good. Like the first half of book 1 is hard to get through, but once you get past that, you just don't want to stop. And so I really highly recommend Stormlight Archive to people if you're into fantasy.
It's a great book series. It's just like he said though, it's very slow to start. It is very slow, and then it takes off, and it's a fantastic finish in the first book. And then I'd say the second book gets a little slow in the middle.
Maybe a little bit, but yeah. I mean, as far as the second book, I think they're higher. They're definitely a really high highs in the first book, but the lows are really low, and the second one is much more consistently high. But then I also got through the short stories that he put together for Mistborn and Stormlight Archive and Elantris. I didn't listen to the Elantris ones just because I haven't read that book actually, but those are pretty interesting, and he has postscripts to them and the reasons behind why he wrote them and what his thinking was behind it. And it's kind of cool to listen to that because just listening to Blood, Sweat, and Pixels, you got a little behind the scenes how games were made, and you got to hear this guy his process and what he was thinking when he was writing stuff, which is pretty cool.
That's cool. Anything else, or is it?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Right.
Mostly games.
And Tony, who has not seen the movies yet, he just got his movie pass. So
just got my movie pass. Nothing else. Been playing too many games are out right now.
There are so many freaking games.
It's just getting worse. So yeah, I've just been playing games.
Yeah, the gauntlet is starting for games, so it's gonna be it's just bad. All right, so I think that's gonna wrap up the movie cast. Thanks for tuning in, listeners and viewers.
Can I just say one thing real quick at the end here? I just want
No.
to say our thoughts and prayers are with the victims and the families of the Las Vegas shooting, because that was freaking ridiculous to see that.
That was horrible. It really was. It was horrible Sunday, Monday. And
you just want to make sure that everyone does their best to take care of themselves.
Our friend was out there. I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know he was there. I was like, holy, because he does concerts, and I wondered, was he working that concert though? I know he was in Las Vegas.
I don't know. I didn't hear anything, but
he posted. He's okay. Just I saw that and I'm like, I never put it together. I know he does advertisements.
I mean, there were people saying their friends post on their friends' Facebook saying, hope you're doing well, and you turned out that they obviously were not. So I just want to say that obviously we're thinking of everybody and just want to try to make sure that you take care of yourselves, and obviously with all this stuff going on, think about your families and things like that.
Yeah.
Be safe. Be good.
Yes.
And rest in peace, Tom Petty.
Oh, and that's I didn't want to bring that up after you brought up that news because I was devastated on yesterday.
Oh yeah.
First I thought
it was Tim. I was like, oh, Tim, I feel so bad.
I was bad. I mean, I like his music too, and I just saw him in concert last month.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it sucks to lose someone like that wrote some great tunes. I mean, I've listened to his music the last 2 days now. I mean, he's got so much music.
So good.
I mean, it makes me happy that I actually went to that concert because I was on the fence, and I'm so happy I went to Philly to see him.
Oh yeah.
One last time, 66 years old is getting up there, but it's not it's not old. It's getting.
You shouldn't you don't want someone that age to just die unexpectedly. Still,
No.
it's there was really no evidence about like why that would happen, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So
bad.
all right.
Bad weekend.
Yeah. All right, that's going to wrap up 364. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Write us podcast at allycangeek.net. Follow us on Twitter, allycangeek. You're going to see some stuff coming up from our adventures at Comic-Con. So I saw Tony prepped his Twitter account already for that one at NYCC, which you need to tell me how to do that, because I would like to do that too. Yeah, that we'll be there. We'll be tweeting. We'll post some stuff if we can, if we think about it, because we're gonna be excited and having fun. So tune in next week for the report on that. And thanks for listening and viewing. Zombear, Zom Dragon.